Hello comic book fans, here's Earl Grey. Beside the big comic book publishers, including Dark Horse, IDW and of course Image, there are lots of mini comic book publishers and one-man book factories like Koyama Press or First Second and Nobrow, which are very worth a deeper look. And today I want to check out or show you my 5 books that I already bought from AdHouse books. This book I've already shown you in my panellogy about the comics from farel Dalrymple. It's a quite beautiful collection of bits and pieces of Mr. Dalrymple, sketches, short comics, longer narratives, sketches, many sketches, and good stuff. Good part is Wrenchies related or related to his other comics. So if you want to take a closer look at this one, may check out my older panellogy about farel Dalrymple. The most recent book that arrived at Grey Mansion from AdHouse Books is this one, Gigant, by Danish comic book artist Rune Ryberg, who did everything, drawing, coloring, inking, and this book is very beautiful, made with this silvery embossing and this shiny red over here. Very beautiful book. As in general, all these books differ obviously from each from another, and the form of the books always match the content at AdHouse. You can see that they don't use a standard format or don't make they go always the hard way, always figuring out which is the best way to publish this comic. So if you're annoyed of the standard formats in the bigger publishers, you may go to the small press releases where every book they put out is a affair of their hearts, a love affair with the story and the content. And you feel it from the choice of the paper to the binding, even with this, these smaller books. And I try to show you this with these 5 AdHouse books today. And as you see here, this is quite on the cartoony, not so much always on the funny side of things. This girl is swallowed by this green monster with multiple eyes, and I don't think this is a spoiler because it happens right in the beginning on page 5 or so. Very beautiful, very colorful, if you like this drawing style. It's may up your alley, but I have a bit of a problem to get into the story. The story is absolutely understandable, but it's a bit generic, not very... it doesn't overwhelm me. Totally worthwhile was this book here, Afrodisiac, by Jim Rugg and Brian Marucca. Is a crazy comic of the blaxploitation subgenre. Beautiful made. Just maybe you see this shiny female silhouette on front of the cover here. If you open it up, you have excerpts from it done in this old school style It's all about a superhero kind of guy who's cooler than all the others, and all the women are obviously crazy about him, and all the other partly stupid racial cliches which are made fun of here. They are exaggerated to the point where all the stupidity becomes clear, and hey, and on the bottom line, he's really a cool guy. And even though the whole stuff here is really made for the fun of it, and nothing adds to a bigger narrative, all the hints and pieces and pop cultural references here make your heart sing if you have an inkling or a soft spot for this kind of stuff. Very well worth it, and I'm very glad that I bought this one. Yeah, very fine book. And oops, these two other books here are also very worth your money, and you won't regret to buy either of them. That was correct. The Oven by Sophie Goldstein, to start with. This one is really more a mini comic, obviously shrunken comic, but that's absolutely top notch, the perfect format for this comic as well. It really doesn't need a bigger format, more size, because it's done in this very clear cartoony style, and even so the style is pretty simplistic, maybe linear clear, but in a good way, really in a good simplistic, but in a really good way. It helps focusing on the story, which is about this couple here in a sci-fi setting, which arrive in the middle of nowhere on their planet to make holidays. And yeah, I don't want to spoil anything more, but it's really a story about the relationship of the two main characters, and yeah, other characters as well, which become really alive and well-rounded, despite of the really short story of this nice little book here. Far less serious and way more on the surreal, funny side is Ur by Eric Haven. Once again, a beautiful made little book, soft cover, but arriving with this sleeve. And you see the love and dedication Eric Haven puts into his comic with these details, I think. And on the cover we have the crossover between Little Nemo and Slumberland and Batman. This is Batman. Yeah, just right with this first of the short stories that are collected within here. You see in which direction Haven goes. This book here is the perfect gift, I would say, for friends of you with a distinct kind of humor. in a way adult, in the way not so adult, more people that doesn't have left their puberty, even if they're in their 40s, like me. Yes, the aforementioned Batman. You can read this as well as praise for fantasy, the might of fantasy, that you can lay down in your bed and dream of being a superhero. A bit making fun of old Jack Kirby. And here's Race Murdoch. Maybe the most funny stuff here. Schlöngerdämmerung or Ragnarok. Okay, as I said, it's quite imbecile, fun puberty jokes. But beautiful, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I hope you do this too, and buy more books by small publishers and check out AdHouse comics. They're really worthwhile. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.